Well prepared, well rehearsed. You can thank your band director for that. Like I said to the others, when you get home, thank your parents and your teachers for letting you play the jazz band. Okay? Promise? How many of you take private lessons with somebody? I encourage all you kids to take private lessons with a teacher. And your private lessons don't have to be jazz. Just on your instrument. Learn to play the instrument. It's like learning vocabulary, and you can write your essays later. Learn your vocabulary and grammar from somebody who can teach it to you. And that'll be great. You got some stuff happening, man. I don't know if you heard, but when he was soloing a couple times, he was quoting from some other tunes. He quoted from Perdido, the Juan Teasel tune that Duke Ellington made popular. He quoted another Miles Davis tune. Actually, Miles Davis didn't write it. Eddie Cleanhead Vincent wrote it, but Miles recorded it, called Four. And he also quoted from Miles Davis's solo on Freddie Freeloader from the Kind of Blue album. In jazz improvisation, sometimes we'll do that. We'll quote something, and it's almost like it's like kind of an inside joke that only people who know that recording would recognize that that's what he's quoting from. Everybody else just there can enjoy it, but the ones who realize it, they sort of get the joke a little deeper. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, you're listening, and this is really good. I encourage everybody to listen to recordings more so that you can learn to play the style more idiomatically, and also when your improvisation is happening, you can play in a way that sounds like you're a native speaker of jazz. Right? There are a lot of different accents and dialects. They all can be native speaking, but you want to sound like you're a native speaker. All right? Just in general, you know, I only have really two critiques. One is I would want the drummer to be able to see everybody, and you can't see him. So when you set up, you might have the drums maybe just a little bit over here, and the bass player a little bit in the bend of the piano, so that all three of you can see each other. And I think your time will be that much more precise. Okay. The other thing is, and I've said it to the other bands, but were you having fun? Did you think they were? Did you get my point? So it's okay to smile more. It's all right. It's okay to enjoy it and let everybody know that you're enjoying it. You don't have to be so serious. Okay? Have fun and don't be so polite. Yeah, he says, yes, sir. Right? So, I need you all to play one of those tunes that you played, the outhead, was really vibrant. I think it was the first tune. The in-head, it was like you were trying to find your way a little bit. In the out-head, I needed that kind of drama or that kind of energy. In the in-head, right from the beginning, when you start playing right from the very beginning of a performance, you have to be completely on right then. There's no warm-up after you start playing. You got to just start. You got to dive in and you got to be there. So have your focus and concentration level at peak when you start playing, and even when he starts to count off, you're already in the tune. You're in the groove, man. And you don't wait to see where it's going to go and then, oh, okay, I kind of play here. Well, I kind of came in right, didn't I? No, no, no. When he's counting it off, everybody's got to feel that groove while he's counting. Why should he count it off if you're not going to feel that? So you've got to get in the groove before the music starts, because the song is in your head, right? So those are the two main things I would want to say. Don't be so serious. You can seriously have fun, but enjoy yourself a little more. I would probably want you to get the horns out of your stands a little bit more, and just be a little more confident with stuff. And I think you don't have to memorize it all necessarily, but have your music almost half memorized, or know it well enough to where you can actually project, that people can feel the emotion. Music is about emotion, it's about drama. And do they feel like, does the listener feel like tapping their foot, or feeling it, or moving in their seat, or dancing, or whatever it is? You want to try to convey that. And the best way to do that is to not be so constricted inside your music stand. Okay?
Just a general question. Excellent performance, by the way. Really enjoyed listening. All the solos were great. Question for everybody. Who's responsible for keeping the tempo together in this band? Somebody spit out an answer. There you go. Good. Somebody told you that. That's to me, man. Good.
Everyone.
Well, the reason that I asked that, because can we maybe hear a section of this real quick? Let's see. What is this? The Call. I'd like to hear a measure 57, please. Is this where the entire band has that listen? Yeah.
57. I want. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Happened that time, but I noticed in the performance that anytime you had a section like that where the whole band was playing together, that it got real heavy. It kind of just bogged down a little bit. And I think a lot of it is your responsibility. Unfortunately, I'm a drummer, I know. So you almost have to kind of anticipate what they're doing and try to do what you can to stay on top of it. Okay? Can I maybe sit in with the band and play that little section? I don't know if I'll do any better. Put myself on the spot here. Oh. All right, here we go. We're at
57. Hurry. Ready? I want. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready.
It's almost like you have to be walking along at the same pace, but almost a step ahead. Because if you lay on the backside of the beat, the whole band's going to listen to you and it's going to go down. See what I'm saying? So that was really the only critique that I had of
we discussed this comping too. We're trying to get, like, he's using to me the darker tone.
That would add to that lower.
That's something we discussed. Right?
Yeah. So, and then the other thing that I would like to have heard was on Lazy Bird. Have you heard the original of this tune? You ever listen to like Billy Joe, how he plays on that? Well, there's a section in there. I know it's probably not written in your part. If I look at the chart, there's some backgrounds, like when the. Where is it? I'm sorry, I should have had this up. Or, have a seat. Just real quick, and then I'll leave you alone. Wherever the melody starts, is that right at 5?
We use the trumpet trio and the flute at 5.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the bridge, right at 14, measure 14. You see these right here? Can we hear that, measure 14?
14, everybody's in?
Yeah. Why don't you look on your chart since you know where it is?
Okay. I got it? 14, man. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
things like that happening, maybe just make a little note to yourself in your chart so that you can help reinforce that. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's very similar to the way they do it on the recording, if I'm recalling it correctly. So, you know, just do some homework. Whenever you guys are in obviously excellent hands here, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. I'm just giving you some finer little things that hopefully will take you to the next level. Definitely check out a private instructor. And if you do, find somebody who will play for you. Okay? Also, just listen to tons of music. About all I have.
Bass player, I would encourage you to physically, when you approach the instrument, try to play in such a way that the bass is not moving around. You know what I mean? I appreciate that you want to kind of be in the music, sort of, you can dance, but internally. But be careful about moving around too much, because that can affect just even a nanosecond of your rhythmic feel. So that you might play a little bit in front of the note or a little bit behind it, a little bit too soon or too late. And it's such a fraction, most people can't tell. But if you listen back to the playback, you go, oh, I rushed it there. Oh, I guess I slowed down here. It's just really small. And the reason why I want you sort of right here is because I want you right next to his right symbol, so that your quarter note and his quarter note agree with each other. Then when she plays her count patterns, it'll actually feel like you're playing together as opposed to separated. And three different people going at each other. It becomes literally a trio where you're playing together. Soloists, when you come up front, I realize that the notion is to come up to play in front of a microphone. I mean, that's the idea. But when you actually are setting up in a concert hall and there is a microphone there, set the band up in such a way that the soloist doesn't have to come way up front to the microphone. In other words, everybody needs to be close enough to where the soloist, when they're playing, it feels like it's just a small combo. It feels like it's a quartet. So, you know, the solo mic shouldn't be much farther in front than this, really. Ideally, if you can make it work like that. So, I mean, I appreciate that you came up front, but you don't have to be so far away. The idea, of course, is to play in front of a mic, but it mainly is to try to get you to play as a small combo during that section, during the solos. Because when it's just the solos like that, it is a small combo, right? So you want to get that feel of the small combo, even though you have a big band. All right? So yeah, I mean, I've heard this this particular band for, gosh, how many, 10, 15, whatever years, 20. See, I'm dating myself, but it's always well-rehearsed and well-prepared. And it's nice that you're coming to support. She used to play in the band years ago. Where's your brother? He's at school. Okay. Anyway, that's good. Okay. Thank your teachers and your parents again. That's very, very important that you're doing this. Okay. Thank you.